Hey Stampers, we're back, and I only went and did it again. Page. So I think we've done this one together on camera. Added these beautiful little, left those in there, they were big enough. Made two little tiny booklets so you can journal on them with a white gel pen or add white paper, and then these lift up. And they're on magnets. They're on these tiny little magnets. They're literally 5mm by 1mm, and they're mega strong. Oh my goodness, look, they're tiny, but they are so, oh my goodness, look, I just swipe. I can't lift them off there, but I can just about. So I've left this Christmas and added two small 3 7/8 by 3 7/8 photo mats, and then these two, and there's a big pocket there. I haven't done any photo mats yet. Let's see, I've got a piece of cardstock left. Obviously it's 12 by 7 1/4, so let's just fold this over. That a good burnish, and I will pop that in there as a, and we'll decorate this after. Fits in there lovely. And then these will, but then I turned over and started to film this section, only to find out no sound. So I've checked, my sound is on. And I've got the measurements for this page. Yeah, we did those, and we had the labels. So I was crafting away, did this page. You need 4 at 4 3/4 by 5 1/2, and on the long side, yeah, score 1/2 inch, and then 1 at 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, which is this photo mat. And this is on there, but it's on just by magnets. So I put the opposite onto there so you can journal on the back, and literally it just, when it wants to bind, it's there. You literally just, it slots back into place. So there's a nice new feature with the Merry Christmas on, and then this opens with a nice journaling space. I think it's look, it's stuck to my my magnet ruler. So these are 4 5/8 by 4 5/8. Yep, square. And you've got those 4 cards I wanted to incorporate. So this opens up, this goes up, this goes down. You've seen this feature before. I've left this as a massive space for a gorgeous size photograph. So that was 7 1/2 by 8. So you're going to get a beautiful 7 by 5 and maybe 2 3 by 3s on there. Perfect. And I've left journaling space down there, and like I say, these just fold. It doesn't matter which way round, as long as these two are on the top, ready for, there we go, and it just clicks back into place. But I just love the fact that you can take that off journal and put that back, and it keeps those pages closed for you. So yeah, I do apologize about that one. Just simply score and add each one to a corner, just to a corner, and then as they all get together. And what I did with to get the magnets level before the DSP, I stuck them on the back of here, and then what I did was then I added the little loose one over the top. I put the tape covered, oh, I'm not going to explain, let me just show you on a little scrap of paper. So say for instance this little piece here, so what I did, I'm only going to use one because otherwise I'll waste, so, or 2 maybe. I grabbed my magnet and put it in the corner and covered it. I won't waste the magnets, but, and then what I did was I oversized my piece of tape, grabbed another magnet like this, left it off, and I did one in that corner and this corner, and then what I did then, I just lined them up and pressed down and then just covered them over with the DSP. So that's what I did on there. So it was so simple to do, and just sorry you weren't able. I might do it again on another page just to show you as another alternative way to close, but that's what I did with that one. So we're on to our last page now. So this is the way my stock is going in, so let's get some tape on, and then we can cut our sides for those. I give the measurements for those at the beginning, and really speaking, Gaynor, don't use this tape, use the stuff you want to use up. That's better, because I've got about 5 rolls of this. What I might do is put a roll in with the next person who wins the sketch card. I might put them a roll in as well. So this is the piece that's going into my album. I need now to cut some designer series paper. I'm going to put my cardstock on that side just so we can see what we've got. Just looking to see if I've got a long piece. Oh, that's not long enough. So yes, definitely going to have to use. Oops. I've got the dropsies. A piece from maybe here for our pieces. Absolutely gorgeous. So let me just get a pencil and mark that. I'm going to take that strip off, and then I've got my pieces then. So I think Mr. Boyce was telling me he's got to go somewhere. I've got to do something. Perfect. So I need my 2 at 3/8 of an inch. And my 1 at 3/4, so just short of 3/4 of an inch. If you get that job done first out the way, then you won't be having to faff around at the end and asking, oh crumbs, what have I got to do next? I've got to find paper. I could have cut them all and had them all the same, but I didn't really want them all the same. I've got to on this one because the other side of this paper is the front cover, and I don't really want that showing. So let's get these attached. I suppose you could, who would know on that one, but I'd know. So I'm giving you measurements for black cardstock. You can choose and pick your design series paper, and you probably be just wanting to know what sizes. You can easily work out the size of the designer series paper once you've got the black cardstock measurements. You may choose smaller borders, you may choose larger borders, it's entirely up to you. So me giving you the instruction, I think that's going to look upside down actually, because that piece is upside down, this piece is the right way round. And that fits on there, beautiful. So perfect. So now we're going to work on this section. So I need to get my pad here ready so I can write measurements down for you. And let's see what I can do on this one. Right, let's put my white paper back now and open the drawer. Right, I've got leftover little strips, so I want to be able to use these up. You don't have to use them on this album, but you know, they're there, they're handy. I think that one's going to be a nice smooth, that's going to make a great pocket, so let's score that and then we'll measure. Then again I can write that down for you and help the paper up. Just put my magnets there out of the way. So I want to go this side because I want to give myself that millimetre so I don't disturb this section. So roughly there. Oh, did I bash my hand then? Oh, nasty. Right, just fold that and then I can measure that for you. So obviously they're 1/2 inches. And that piece is 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 and 5/8. So you need 8 and 5/8. 8 and 5/8 by, what's the depth? 3. Long side 1/2 an inch both ends. So that's the first piece. And we're going to attach that now. Oh, I need to cut that off first. I'm going to glue all that down. So nice little cute photo mat. So you're going to glue 3 sides, which is the 2 flaps, along the edge. It just stops bulk at the bottom of your page, that's all. And we're using up scraps, so again, make sure this is right on the edge, and that's so is that is. And we've not interrupting our page, and then we can give that a good burnish. I remember the first album I made all the way from start to finish. This time around, I've been crafting for years and years and years, but only this time around have I started filming for you guys and stuff. And who was it? What? Frances Long, My Book of Memories, and I did an album for Lola, if you remember. But she didn't charge for her tutorials back then, but now she does, which is unfortunate, really. I suppose if she's doing it full time, then she's doing it full time. But you know, leave on the ones that you didn't charge for, and then charge for the new ones. But even the one I followed is now you have to pay for. So this now is 3 by 3 1/4. You could chop that down and have that as a little, or just leave it and have that as a little 3 by 3 little tuck apart in one of the pockets maybe. So I've opened up a new pack because I was halfway through a pack when I started this project. I know that the half of the 7 3/4 is 3 7/8. So do we want 2 flaps? Or I might do that side this time. So that's 3 inches. And that is 6 1/2 down to there, because that's 9 1/2, obviously. So that's good. So we need 6 1/2 by 7 3/4. In fact, we then need 8 1/4. Let's do 2. 8 1/4 by 6. So let's get the 8 1/4. Whoa. So if we take 4 inches off this, that is 8. So we want 8 1/4. So we come back 1/4. So we take 3 3/4 off. use that after, and then we chop this in half to 6. We've got our 2 flaps. And then we just score the long side at 1/2 inch. Look at that, I'm coming out in a bruise already. Just from bashing my arm just. I bruise terrible. Fold those over. So we can have one this side. Oh, look at that. I didn't allow for that mill that we need to come out. So I am literally going to shave those down. Literally. Let me just check. Because I don't want to write it down and then say, oh, and then you go, oh, it doesn't fit, Gaynor. See, we need to slither that off. So I'm going to give you a true measurement then. So I'm going at the end of this pocket, which is about 1/8 of an inch. So let me chop that off. Instead of me doing it twice, just put the 2 together. Do it at the same time. Perfect. So now let's get that measured for you. That is 8 1/8. Perfect. So you need 2 at 8 1/8 by 6. Score the long side 1/2 inch. That's what we've got so far. So now when we attach this right on the edge, we are level with that pocket and we're not interrupting with our page. And then this one, we may have to take a slither off. This one as well. No, because I can come back a fraction more. Look, perfect. So when this is attached, best way to do it is to measure, believe it or not, like this. Put your 2 together, put that right along the edge. Perfect. And we're still away from that edge, so when we open this flap, we know this flap, when this is open, then it's not getting interrupted into there. So I think we should attach this side first. Oh, we're having the kitchen done at the minute, aren't we? And the dust is everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. But because I can see an end date, you know what I mean? You can see what your dream coming at the end of the light of the tunnel. So when I glue this one now, I'm going to rest that on there, so I know I'm not interrupting it. And then I will glue that one just down there, giving me a perfect edge. Again, put those 2 together, making sure that when I close that, it's not going to catch on there when I'm opening and closing, and it's perfectly along the edge, and that's where you get that perfectly good finish. So now we've got this flap, this flap, we've got this flap, we've got this pocket, and nothing, because mind you, it doesn't matter which way round we close these, because we've separated them just that ever so slightly. Now I need to make a good size book here. So we're going to take the line. I'm going to take 9 inches off. So 9 off 12 is 3, because our page is 9.5. Take that off, and then I'm just going to score this while we're here. It's 6. That is going to give me loads of space for photos. Give that double burnish. I always like to do that. So we're having this in the front, and I'll keep those 2 flaps without having to use magnets again. Maybe tuck in some of these small ones as well. So what width was that? 3 3/4. Good size little photo mat there as well. And because I'm not giving measurements for DSP, because it's entirely up to you what you want to, I'm only going to give, so 1 at 9 by 12, long side 6 inches, and then 1 at, which is the piece we had left over from cutting those, was 3 3/4 by 12, and score the long side 6 inches as well, just to give 2 little photo mats to sit in there. So now I just need to decorate. I'm not going to decorate these. I'm going to make sure I get enough DSP left over for after I've done the album. So I'm going to need some beautiful papers. So let's see what we've got left in the 8x8. We've got this gorgeous deer. Beautiful. That's another piece we've just taken it off. And because we're only going to see one of these, I think I'm going to go with the deer. It's so cute. Let's see what we've got in the large 12. In fact, we've only got literally 2 pieces left. I think I'm going to have this section definite. And I want those beautiful little cute squirrels on there. So I want to get my pencil. Like I say, if you want really big borders, you can have the 1/4 inch borders if you want. I like a smaller border, but that's entirely up to me. And then we know that's 6 inches, so we can take this down to 5 7/8. We had that pattern on that side as well, which is the scene. But I want the squirrels, so squirrels it is. And if you notice, I am just putting that mark over the line so I don't have to scribble it out. And it's literally a fraction. It's going to stay on that edge. Tiny little bit on that edge. Flick it out, it's gone. And away to go. So that is that piece. That is going to be the cutest. And then I might find something that says Merry Christmas. Doobie-doo-doo. How sweet are those papers. Right, let's see what we've got through our little cut aparts now, because we've got little pieces. These are just my loose strips. I do have the words greeting in there. These are the bits I've just cut off, which are really cute. I'm going to find somewhere in here, because I'm going to do a 6x4 photo mat. They are the perfect height. Maybe even do, what size is that? That piece is 2 3/8. So that leaves me, oh perfect, 5x6 photo mat there. I'm going to stick them. Oops. Oh, both sides are nice. I'm going to stick that on there without wasting. Perfect. Where's my rubber gone? Wrong side. There's that mark on that side. Perfect. And I think I'm going to have these open here. So one, they're going to go on the inside. Perfect. Cute, 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 cute. So we'll fill those little bits in a moment. So no one's going to see this one. This is going to be our top piece. Let's see what we've got left. I don't want anything that's going to cover. Oh, I've got that greetings, haven't I, there? I mean, that could go down the bottom, or it could go up the top. But if I put it down the bottom, and you've got plenty of space there for a 4x6 photo. Got the word Christmas, which you can fussy cut out. I think we all know by now that it is a Christmas album. I've got these. Oh, see, my circles are knackered. This is what happens when you do the scan and cut and it wants to cut stuff. That is cute though, mind. I know it's not. These bits are going to go, my little misfit bits, I call these. So these are going to stay in here. This is going to stay in here. This is one of those little, oh, it's cute. Any leftovers, like these little tickets and stuff, these will be left inside. Oh, there we go, these fit. So that will be left inside it, and maybe I'll tuck that in one of the pockets so that can get, so they can use those themselves. Whoever buys this. So cute. Ooh, I'll get the small one in, I think. Get the large one. Yeah, small one's in. Large one we'll use with this somewhere. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Here. I got little ticket things. These are like postage stamps. We've got the for you. It's a bit too big. That's pretty because it's not interrupting in the picture. These are just leftover bits. Don't know what they're for. Let's see what we've got here. There's more little those little stamps, but these are out the 8x8 ones. Look, see. Oh, right, perfect little squares. Right, we got Christmas, for you, greetings, Merry Christmas, Christmas with the bird, pink on pink. I don't think that will work. For you. And then maybe just glue that down. Maybe just glue it all down. You could still have a photograph over the top. Yeah, I'm going to put that there. It just breaks up that little pink. And these were cut out with a 2-inch circle punch. Perfect. So cute. Forgot about this side. The village scene. Absolutely stunning. So, and then these were the small cut parts, which was on the foot pages of the last one you saw. There should be another one somewhere. Have I used one? More of these gorgeous little booklets. They can go in there. You've got the tags then as well. See what the scan and cut jagged the edges? More's the pity. So let's pop our postage stamps. I'm going to keep these 4 out. I'm going to keep these out for a minute. And look, see, cut her face out completely. Look, tried to cut the berries out. That one's cut holes in there. I think that's the only one, and that one is perfect. That one's okay as well, and that one, little tiny bit there, but that one's ruined. That one's not ruined, but maybe that one's not, but you don't want to see black through it, yeah. But that one's definitely gone. More's the pity. Maybe I'll trim that little girl out on her own. That's a good idea. So this is going to go in this. I'm going to put some paper on there now. I want something plain. So let's have that pink and carry that through. Again, it's going to trim off this edge because it's got the glued edge. And I'm going to cut say about there for a minute by 2 7/8. Got enough desk space. Oh, look at that, near enough. So that's the edge of the paper. So if I cut that side, I chop that off then. And look at that when we turn it over. Here's the top end of that little village. Just gives you those beautiful flowers. And I'm going to keep them in. Perfect. So cute. So my booklets and this will all keep that page, them pages closed, those two. Perfect. Now let's get to decorate the other section. Clips and paper everywhere. So that's open, we've got that. We need some white cardstock. So these are going to be cut at 5 7/8. And what did we say the width was? So that's 5, near enough, well, just over 5 1/4. So if we do 5 1/8. fit that section. Fits there, perfect, nice. So I'm keeping all my little bits together because you never know when we've got some journaling space. And we just might need a little bit. So 5 7/8. 5 1/8. Obviously that one's too small, but that one's fine. So we've got our sections there, perfect for photos there. What's up with that one? Oh, I'm going to cut that one a little bit smaller. So, no wonder my paper's out. Near fraction, so let's just make sure that's perfectly straight now. That is much better. So this section, oh, we're going to have to put a strip of paper in there. Keep losing my pencil. Glue that section in there when it wants to go. That's it. So I'm going to measure down 4 1/4. Let's just slot that in there for a second. Let's make this is 7 3/4. So we're going to cut to 4 1/4. Chop off just before. Perfect. I'm going to glue in my 4 1/4, and then I'm going to lift that paper up to that. Looks great to me. Now I can glue my paper up to there. Oh, it's a little bit wide, isn't it? So let's turn this over. Thank God for small mercies. Battery's getting ready to run out. And because we're marked on the back, we don't have to get rid of the glue. It's not going to be an oversized bulky album. It's just going to be a nice little Christmassy album. So you can add, I've left this space. Perfect. So it defines the areas. Let's get these photo mats glued on. Just a slight little border. Perfect. I'm just going to spin this around because it's easier to turn it upside down and try and work over that end. What we'll do then, I'll show you what I've just done like that. Just move that up there. Again, nice little border. Oh, God blimey, this one is a small border. It is a border, but it is small. So much space for photos. I'm absolutely gorgeously loving these pages. So journaling pen. I'm loving that. I'm having a ball. You get a 6x4 photo in there, because this is 7 3/4. The extra 1 1/4, you could just add some journaling lines. Maybe draw yourself another line down there to fit the picture on. And the reason we left it 4 1/4 was so you could have that little border either side. Fabulous. Now, gorgeous. You could chop down a 7x5 photo on there just by 1 inch, and you know, you can chop the legs off. Don't chop the head part off, obviously. Just checking. Like I say, I will decorate the paper photo mats at the end, because I want to make sure I love doing that. Love it. So just keep your hand on the page and just drag, lift, drag, lift, drag, lift. Same on this side. It's not, you can use a ruler if you want to, but it's all about having fun. I had a lovely message off a lady earlier on an email. Leslie Smith, I think she's the last name. I'm terrible for names, my darling. So I've had, yeah, I'm sure it's Smith. Hi Gaynor, started watching your channel a few months back and enjoyed. I started making cards a while back, and I've been loving your channel, which was so sweet of her. And she's from the next town over from where I used to live, but she's now emigrated to Australia. So we got this section. I don't know whether to add a big huge, maybe we could incorporate, it's a pity that is so big, isn't it? Or this, maybe I will, and maybe I'll add white cardstock on there and use it for journaling. Why not? So let's chop this down to 5 7/8, because we know the paper is you want to be chopping the deer down. We're only losing that little bit, so maybe if you want to see that little bit, you could glue that back on the top. And I'm going to put it this side, so when you start to open this, you've got something you can see instead of just white cardstock. And she wanted to know the best way to access my videos. Oh bless. Well, there's lots to choose from, Leslie, my darling, and Yeah, she's from, like I say, she's from the next town over from where I used to live, up in Crewe. She was in Stoke-on-Trent. Believe it or not, it's next town over. But you go out of Cheshire then into Staffordshire. And she was in Staffordshire. I wonder if these are going to be big enough. Yes, I'm going to use that because then I'm going to put a nice little strip in and break that up and have that in the middle. So let's get our pencil again. We just want to use it. Oh! And I can turn that over. Let's just make sure now. I'm going to tidy that end up here because I think, yeah, that was off a little fraction as well. So fingers crossed I haven't cut too much off. Wow, that soon sticks, doesn't it? Look at that. Wow. Perfect. So we can add a few genuine lines. I get a strip of DSP there. Might even leave that section undone, perhaps add another small photo there as well. So let's find, that is perfect. Turn that over. I definitely can't cut a straight line, me. Never. Palastra came today to do a bit more in the kitchen. And we've known him for a long time, but we now class him as a friend. You know, he does us really cheap, really good mates rates and stuff like that. And his little boy came with him today because he couldn't get a boy babysitter because he lives with his dad full time. And we sat and made it's his birthday tomorrow, so we sat and made his dad birthday cards today, and he had such a ball. So there we go. That is going in there. I'm going to decorate that beautiful big booklet. Now I'm going to put that in there as well. So the small one will go somewhere else. So that's all I'm going to do for today on this video because I don't want to bore you stupid. I'm going to round up my bits, keep them all together. Even my little greeting saying my little greeting saying greetings. I like to keep everything together. So I've got those, my little booklets, my white cardstock, my these. Another piece of cardstock there. My batch is going to die anyway, so I'm going to pop that on charge. And my little postage stamps. On the last page, do you know what? Yeah, no, my battery is literally going to die in a second, so I'm going to leave you all. Come back on the next video. We will finish off this last page. I'm going to keep it quite simple, and then we're going to attach everything inside the book, and fingers crossed, hopefully, that will be the last video. So these are the measurements you need for this page. These are the measurements you needed for the previous page, but I had no sound. And then obviously these are the measurements for page 1 that? Flat front. Oh my gosh. Ah, there we go. That's the DSP, but I'm just going to show you the page, the cardstock for the black cardstock, which is there. So it's page 1. Pause. Page 2. Page 1 back. Pause. Page 2 front and back. Page 3 front. And page 3 back. And page 4 front. We just got one more to do. Decoration. See how many photo mats we've got. So yeah, come back soon and we'll get this all sorted. Take care. See you soon. Bye.